Shalom, family, and much ahava. I wanted to come in because there was something that was placed in my heart, right? And that thing that was placed in my heart was on my storyline the other day. Healing and growth in the presence of Yahuwah. And then this morning, he placed something else in my spirit. Acknowledge, accept, and overcome. Okay? And we're not to be ignorant of Hasatan's devices, because his devices will keep us from acknowledging the sins or acknowledging the hurts, acknowledging the things that would put us in transgression of the law. Because if the law tells us how we should treat our neighbor or our brother, and we are not treating ourselves in that manner, then can we treat our brothers and our sisters and our neighbors in that same manner? Okay? That's 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. That tells us to not be ignorant of his devices, lest he gain advantage of us. See, the advantage is that you're not acknowledging the fact that you have an issue, and or you've had issues in the past and they have characterized the way that you move. Now, Psalms 32, verse 5, and Psalms 51, verse 3 says that he acknowledges his transgressions and he acknowledges his sin before Yahuwah, right? And the acceptance would be Leviticus chapter 26, verse 41 and 43, that we would accept the punishments for our sins, right? And a lot of times the acceptance of our punishments for our sins is to accept the fires that we are going through, and acknowledge Yahuwah in all of our ways, right? And he would direct our path. And that's what Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego shows us, that they acknowledge the fact that, listen, I'm not doing this, but because our God will save us. But if he don't, I'm still not doing it. And that's the thing. They still ended up in the fiery furnace, and Yahusha was in the fiery furnace right along with them. Right? So in our growth process, and in us healing from the situations that we have been through, we have to acknowledge those things. We have to acknowledge them. We have to acknowledge what's happened in our childhood. We have to acknowledge, that we have been in bad relationship, right? And that's either friendship or, relationship man to woman, right? And we have to acknowledge the hurts that we have been through, because if we don't acknowledge those things, then how can we truly fulfill the law of how we're supposed to treat our neighbors with love and compassion, right? The same way that we are commanded to treat our neighbors with love and compassion, right? Because you're not treating yourself with love and compassion, then how can you do it for somebody else? So I just wanted to come in and I wanted to drop this post, because acknowledge, accept, and overcome. Because who the sun sets free is free indeed. Shalom.